Hello and welcome to One Step Closer Fitness. Firstly, my apologies if the lighting isn't at an optimal level this evening. It's just getting a little bit dark out, so hopefully this comes across well. Today's video is just going to be hopefully a very quick review of the Smart Shaker. This guy here, the world's smartest shaker by its own admission. Normally, I'm not someone who has really ever gotten any shakers. I mix my protein and my milk, or my protein with my water, or whatever else I put into it with my NutriNinja. And of course, obviously, the NutriNinja, anyone who has it or who has ever used it will just realize it'll give one of the best blends you possibly can. There's no bits at the end. It's 100% mixed. So I normally don't use the protein shakers, because I always feel that no matter how good they're advertised or how good they purport to be, there's always going to be some level of protein at the end, and it's never going to give you anything even close to being a good mix. But I decided 2 weeks ago I would buy this guy in Holland & Barrett. I'm not sponsored by them, so don't worry. I had a couple of euro on my rewards card, so I decided I'd buy it, and it cost me €5, just €5, 5.30, something like that, so I wasn't going to lose out a whole lot. Now, very quickly, just to get to it, it doesn't look like a whole lot. It doesn't look like it contains, when you take out the actual liquid container itself, it doesn't look like it contains a whole lot. It contains 20 fluid ounces, and that is 600 ml. Again, doesn't sound like a massive amount, but when you compare it to this guy, if you can see this, there's loads of liquid in this, and that's 300 ml. So you've got 300 ml here, and this has the capacity to hold 600 ml, so there's more than enough. Unless you want to drink a gallon of protein shake in one go. The really good thing about the protein shaker, or anything you want to use it to shake with, is these two compartments here. You have the bottom compartment, which is a compartment you put your protein supplements into, or it could be your creatine, whatever it is. I use it for my protein, so you can have your 1 scoop of protein in there, or maybe even your 2 scoops, whichever you want. And then the second compartment, if you can see it, it's for holding your multivitamins, or in my case, my multivitamins there, my magnesium there, and my fish oils. So it's just very handy. You can take it into work with you, or if you're on the go, and you can have your multivitamins there, and you can have your scoop of protein, your whey, casein, whatever it may be. Now also, this guy, if you've taken your supplements, your pills, capsules, early in the morning, you can just remove, you can remove the chamber, and if you want, you can have another container for another scoop of your protein. I just find it very, very handy that I work during the day, so what I can do is before I leave for work in the morning, I can have my scoop of whey protein mixed in with my milk, and then I can also have one more in the barrel that I can mix in later on during the day at work. Now, the main benefit of this is you can actually just see there, it is quite a deep chamber, and it's quite wide, so 600 ml makes sense that it can hold that much liquid. The actual shaking mechanism is this honeycomb attachment, which actually gives a really, really good mix. I've used it quite a lot now in the 2 weeks I've got it, and it really does get a good consistent mix. Now, one small little flaw with it, and it's going to be a flaw with any shaker, but I think it's less of an issue with this one, is obviously it's not going to get 100% mix. So I would recommend you put your protein, you put your scoop in, you put your milk or water, give it a good shake, and then just before you give it one last shake, just a spoon, and just give a little scrape to the bottom so that it captures any little bit of protein that may have fallen down that isn't going to get mixed in with the final solution. So other than that, I think very good product. I found it very reasonably priced. Again, I had a couple of euros on my rewards card, so it didn't really cost me a whole lot. So I thought, well, what am I going to lose if I don't use it? If I buy it and I don't use it, I'm going to lose €5, 5.30, something like that. But I've used it every day since, and it's just the pure convenience of it. You can have your shake ready to go before you leave the house, and then you can have your other scoop ready, and you can bring your milk, or you can have water, whatever. Alright, so I recommend anyone who's thinking of getting a protein shaker, I definitely recommend this one. So until next time, goodbye.